I believe we've lost our way. But what is fascinating to me is that more and more people are beginning to wake up. What if enough people could wake up that there would be a moment of spontaneous equilibrium, the 100th monkey effect? And that's what I'm hoping that this film can do for people, is to help them to wake up and realize what you experience as a result in your life really does probably come down to your ability to consistently perform and execute the behaviors that bring the result that you seek. What if that's really true? What if there really isn't a secret?
What if years of self-doubt and struggle to find your inner purpose can be balanced by one simple message and supported by one easy-to-use tool? Your path to an extraordinary life isn't as complicated or mysterious as you've been led to believe. Join 18 pioneers in health, well-being, and personal development. You will be taken on a journey to rediscover ancient wisdoms, master strategies to remove blockages in your life, and unleash the innate intelligence within you.
The body knows how to heal. Let the body heal itself. Let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food.
When we had foods that were naturally fatty, naturally salty, naturally sugary, we were fine.
What if the entire pharmaceutical medical industry is wrong? What if it's nothing more than a 90-year experiment? Why is it that there were only 7 diseases in mankind, with only 10 plant-based medicinals? And in 90 years we went to 10,000 legally registered human diseases, with over 500,000 patented pharmaceutical drugs? If we're so smart, why is it that cancer gets more and more and more every year? Why is there more heart disease every year? Why is there more diabetes every year? Why is there more arthritis? Why is there more liver failure and kidney failure and this and that and the other? More unnecessary surgeries every single year. If we're so smart and we know what we're doing, why isn't it going down? Why is it going up?
In our organization, we actually talk about wealth isn't how much money you have, it's actually what you would have with if you were to lose all your money.
And I think I said to myself, pretend as though things are better and change your attitude and start looking at the solution, not the problem.
The one who dies with the most toys wins is really not it. It's really how do we put money to work for us so that we can achieve what we want to achieve and do what we want to do.
Sometimes we just make all of this area of personal development is so complex, and it's not. It's really simple.
The more people can tune into their bodies, the more people can be aware of what their body's trying to express and feel it, breathe with it, put their hands on it and feel the movements that are available to them. That's where the value is.
How can you know what love is until you've experienced what it is to feel that you don't have love?
How do you think about yourself, and how does that translate into your relationships?
If we can't get ourselves right, then how can we expect to have our family relationships right?
So when you're pursuing your purpose, you are so much more productive, but it's not hard work.
When we bring mastery into our lives as well as purpose, all of a sudden what happens is we move to the end quadrant, and this is where most millionaires and billionaires live.
What we don't get is this. We don't get that we've actually been put here for a purpose other than being consumers.
In a place where the number one excuse for not exercising is I don't have time, the average punter sits on the couch for 20 hours a week watching telly. Why do we say it's about time? We say it's about time because we don't want to say it's about us.
If you're a writer, write. If you're an artist, paint. If you're a poet, create words that just seem to come together and enliven our hearts. Do what it is you love, even if it's a hobby.
Does it take till the last fish has been caught, the last drop of water, before we see it as a crisis to humanity?
We're treating our environment as a free good and converting it to profit, and we call it growth, and it's just lunacy because our economists still consider planetary resources as infinite, and demonstrably they're not.
Humanity is at the most exciting time in the history of our planet.
I realise that what we've actually done is we've come to spend far too much time in our thinking and our thoughts, and very little time in our heart.
We live in an age of imagination. I believe that the reason every person is alive today, the ones that are up and walking around right now, we're here to be happy, to be kind, to discover and rediscover the whole essence of what thousands of years had led us to understand, this idea of the principles of life.
If today, as a result of what you've seen and what you've heard, you make a decision, and this is not some self-help hype, this is the real deal, and you go, from today I will be different, and with every cell in your being that is your commitment, then you will start to see your life change.